This video is for medical and sex education purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. Research has shown that many women require stimulation from a part of the body called the clitoris for sexual satisfaction. The clitoris is a small and highly sensitive organ located above the urethra and vagina. It is located at the junction of the labia minora, inner labia, above the vaginal opening and the external urethral opening. It consists of four main parts: the glans, the shaft, the crura, and the tip of the vestibule. The glans, located above the vagina, is the only visible part. It is about the size of a pea and ranges in size from a few millimeters to more than a centimeter. It is covered with a layer of skin called the prepuce or clitoral hood, similar to the foreskin of the penis. It protects the glands from intense or continuous friction. The clitoris extends inward, forming a much larger and more complex structure. This internal part contains the clitoral shaft. It is approximately 2 to 3 centimeters long and has two legs, or crura, that extend backward and attach to the pubic bone. These hidden structures form a collarbone-shaped organ that wraps around the vagina. The fully developed clitoris measures approximately 9 to 12 centimeters in length. The clitoris is rich in nerve endings. The glans alone contains approximately 8,000 nerve endings connected to another 15,000 nerve endings throughout the pelvic region, making it one of the most sensitive organs in the female body. Its sole purpose is sexual pleasure. Although the clitoris is a highly complex structure with significantly more nerve endings than the penis, it has been overlooked for centuries as having no medical significance. This neglect may stem from the fact that the clitoris plays no direct role in reproduction. For centuries, the clitoris has been viewed as useless, a mere surplus with no real function. As a result, female pleasure has often been misunderstood or stigmatized. This leads to harmful practices such as female genital mutilation, or FGM, which affects more than 230 million girls and women in 30 countries in Africa, the Middle East, and Asia. Female genital mutilation, or FGM, involves the entire process of partially or completely cutting off the external female genitalia. This practice has no health benefits for girls and women. It can result in severe pain and bleeding, urinary problems, and later cysts, irregular menstruation, infection, death, complications during childbirth, and an increased risk of neonatal death. The procedure is often performed without anesthesia and is often without consent. Reasons for FGM vary widely, including the perception that it diminishes a woman's desire, the perception that it ensures virginity before marriage and subsequent fidelity. This contradicts the biological reality of sexual development. During the first weeks of development, all embryos begin with the same set of genital structures, called the genital tubercle, regardless of gender. Around weeks 6 to 12, hormones regulate these structures, causing them to develop in different ways. If an embryo has XY chromosomes and is exposed to testosterone, the tubercle will become a penis. Without the influence of testosterone and with maternal estrogen, it would become the clitoris. This means that the clitoris and penis are one and the same, derived from the same embryonic tissue, and share many structural similarities. At birth, the clitoris is usually relatively small. During infancy, the size of the clitoris remains relatively constant. However, with puberty and the increased secretion of hormones such as estrogen, the clitoris will experience some growth both in size and internal structure. Sexual stimulation, whether direct contact, friction, or even indirect movement of surrounding tissues, stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system. This stimulation increases blood flow to the clitoris, particularly within its internal structures. This causes the clitoris to swell and harden. The head becomes more sensitive, and the entire structure of the clitoris becomes firmer, similar to an erection. The tip and head press against the surrounding tissue, creating a feeling of tightness. However, the clitoris itself does not produce lubrication, but stimulating the clitoris increases overall arousal, causing the vaginal walls and Bartholin glands to secrete natural lubrication, which reduces friction, avoids injury, and makes sexual activity more comfortable and satisfying. Some women enjoy direct clitoral stimulation. Others may find it too intense during periods of high arousal. It may even retract slightly under the skin. As a protective response against overstimulation, clitoral stimulation can trigger intense orgasm and stimulate multiple brain regions. MRI studies have shown that clitoral stimulation activates a wide network of brain regions, including those involved in emotion, movement, memory, and relationships. Some researchers suggest that clitoral orgasms may have a more profound neurological impact.